Hello everyone, myself Sanat Kumar Swain, Assistant Professor at Vedang Institute of Technology, Bhubaneswar. We'll be taking a class of marketing management in today's class. So we'll be discussing about the marketing channel. In the previous class, we have already discussed about the marketing channel, and we'll be discussing about its functions, the marketing channel's function and its flows. What are the flows of the marketing channel, particularly in the marketing management? And we'll also try to go through a few examples, and we'll see how it is effective in the Indian market scenario. Okay, so introduction. So there's no need to explain to you about, I think, marketing channels. We have already discussed about it. So what happens exactly in the marketing channel? Why is it important? What is the function and flows of the marketing channel? Okay, so for in the marketing management, what happens is that, sorry, yeah. So in the marketing management, what happens is that we need to understand the functions and flows of the marketing channel. Why we need to understand the functions and flows of the marketing channel? Because it is essential if we want to effectively reach out to the customers and deliver the best product or services, then we need to understand the functions and flows of the marketing channels. Okay, so we need to let us see few examples and few explanations, particularly in the Indian scenario. Okay, so information flow. What do you mean by information flow? What happens when there is a flow of information? You see, IT. What do you mean by IT? Information technology. Okay, so information flow is a very important part of IT, information technology. There has to be a free flow of the information. What do you mean by information? Any kind of data, any kind of knowledge, okay, or any kind of information which you are going to exchange and make. And for why we need to exchange those information? When there is a need of decision, when you are trying to make any kind of decision making process, then this kind of exchange of data or information is extremely important. And certainly there is need of coordination as well. Proper coordination has to be taken into consideration. Okay, now for example, if we talk about Amul. Okay, what is Amul? It is a dairy company, Indian dairy company. Okay, so what happens is that this dairy company, okay, they work in coordination with various stakeholders. Okay, while they are making certain decisions, then they have to take the stakeholders into coordination, and then only they will be able to use that information. For example, they're going to collect the information for farmers about milk production level. So the farmers are going to give them the information about the productivity of the milk. Okay, next is quality standard, whether that milk is going to meet the quality standard of Amul or not. Okay, and the market demand. What is the market demand of that product or milk in those particular area? Okay, then what they do, that they are going to share those information with other channel members, such as processors and retailers. Why? To ensure that efficient supply chain management is being done properly, and then they are going to process those information, and then collectively they are going to make a decision out of that information. Okay, so information flow is of extremely importance. It has got extremely importance, immense importance in making any kind of decision making process or any kind of coordination process. Okay, So there has to be free flow of data and knowledge between the channel partners. Okay. Next, promotion flow. What do you mean by promotion flow? What do you mean by promotion flow? See, when you are producing any product in any part of the geographical area of the country, so you have to use this promotion flow. Why you need to use this promotion flow? Because this promotion flow is important because it is related to advertising. Definitely you need advertising, you need sales promotions. Okay, when you are going to introduce any product in the market, definitely you will be requiring the sales promotions and also personal selling. Okay, there is personal selling to communicate those products benefits with the customers. Okay, and also to stimulate the demand. If there is a less demand in that market, then you are going to stimulate the demand, expand the demand in the market. Okay, so what if you are going to look at then some example, you will see that Hindustan Unilever, HUL, is one of the largest company. Okay, so this company is using the promotional flow. Why? What kind of promotional flow? Advertising channels, including televisions, digital media, traditional print media, to promote its products. This company produces this company, they produce as a consumable good. Okay, consumable goods. Consumable goods can be soap, detergent, personal care, okay, and various kinds of cosmetics. Okay, so to market those kinds of consumable goods, it uses the promotional flow. And how they is going to use the promotional flow? Through advertising, to sales promotions, personal selling. Okay, so that the product benefits can be easily communicated to the consumers. Okay, so this is all about the promotional flow. Next is negotiation flow. What do you mean by negotiation flow? Negotiation. What do you mean by negotiation? Bargaining. Okay, it's sort of like coming to a term agreement. Okay, so what happens is that in this negotiation flow, okay, it is a process of bargaining. Bargaining with whom? Between the channel members regarding pricing terms and conditions. Pricing terms and conditions. So when you are using this kind of flow, negotiation flow, what happens is that this is a process of bargaining. Okay, and you are going to reach out to a agreement, certain agreement. With whom? With the channel members, the members who are going to advertise your products, the members who are going to market your products. Okay, related to what? Related to pricing. What should be the price of that product? What should be the terms and conditions of while you are going to do the marketing of that particular product? Okay, so these kinds of negotiation flow is also important in the marketing channel. Okay, so who are going to use these kinds of negotiation flow? Particularly, like, see, automobile manufacturers like Maruti, Suzuki. Okay, so what they do is that they negotiate with the dealerships. Okay, various kinds of dealerships regarding what? Regarding pricings, regarding discounts. Okay, and financing options. Okay, what should be the financing option if you are going to purchase a four-wheeler from Maruti or Suzuki? Okay, Maruti, Suzuki, then what should be the discounts? You see, in certain areas you will see that there is huge discount being offered to certain dealers. Okay, and what should be the price, accurate price, off-road price of that vehicle, and what should be the financing options. Okay, so these all terms and condition has to be discussed with the with the dealers. Okay, so these all processes known as the negotiation flow. Okay, to ensure competitive pricing and profitability while maintaining dealer satisfaction and market coverage. So, for example, Maruti Suzuki is operating in certain area where uh, um, there is a competitiveness. A lot of other competitors who are operating in that particular area. Okay, so how and what pricing should be applied on that particular product, and how to ensure that the profitability should remain intact while maintaining the dealers' satisfaction. The dealers are satisfied along with the customers, and there is a vast coverage of the market. Okay, so there is certain negotiation has to be done with the these kinds of um, uh, these kinds of you know dealerships. Okay, these kinds of retail dealerships with the manufacturer or the company owners. Okay, so this is all about the negotiation flow. Next is order flow. What do you mean by order flow? What do you mean by order? So negotiation has already been done. Now what happens that there has to be order. Okay, when you order something. Okay, so how an order flow works? See, order flow, what happens is that it encompasses activities related to placement, processing, and fulfillment of orders between the channel members. So you are going to place the order, you are going to process the order, and you are going to fulfill the orders between the channel members. Okay, so this is all about the order flow. When there is an order been made for a particular product or services, then how the product, the order is been placed, how the product has been processed, and how the product has been fulfilled. Okay. Next example. So what happens is that, for example, if you are taking an example of Flipkart and Amazon, what happens that these are the online marketplaces. Okay, these e-commerce giants, they use the online marketplace. Okay, how they are doing the order flow? By, if there is a, okay, they facilitate the order flow by providing online market place. Okay, so that or this can be marketplace, these are like platforms, these are the platforms, market platforms, where the customers or the consumer, they can place order. Okay, they can place their required orders, okay, for certain products. Okay, so what happens that after they place the order, this has been fulfilled by the sellers to their own logistic network. So there is a logistical network through which the order is been fulfilled. Through, once it has been placed, the order has been placed, then it has been processed, and that it has been fulfilled. Okay, so this is all about the order flow. Next, physical flow. Okay, what do you mean by physical flow? Order has been placed. Now order is not going to fly directly to the consumers. There has to be physically delivery of that particular product to the consumer. So this is known as the physical flow. So in this physical flow, what happens is that this involves the movement and transportation of goods from the manufacturer to the end consumers. From the manufacturer, the product is being transported to the consumers, and there is various different types of channels are being involved in this process. Okay, so if you are going to see few examples, you will see that logistic companies, particularly like Blue Dart, these are all the courier companies. Okay, or delivery. Okay, delivery, these provides transportations, how that certain product is going to can be transported to a particular place. Okay, and they also use the warehouse. There are a lot of massive warehouse are being provided by these companies. Okay, and it has been transported to the desired location. And then the last mile delivery. Okay, last mile delivery service to provide that product or service to the customers across the country. Okay, so this is known as the physical flow. Next, ownership flow. So what happens is that ownership flow means, see, ownership flow means when a product is going through the distribution channel, the ownership flow is going to change from, once it is moving from one channel to another channel, the ownership is going to change. The ownership title is going to change. Ownership rights of that product is going to change. Now, right now, I'm in a certain flow, and I have the product now. The owner of that product is me. Once I transfer that product to some other flow, then I transfer the title and the ownership rights of that particular product. So what happens is that if you see few example, retail channels like Big Bazaar. Okay, now there's no Big Bazaar. It is known as Smart Bazaar. Okay, or Reliance. Okay, so what they do is that they take the ownership of the product. Though the manufacturer is going to produce that product, the manufacturer is the real owner of that product. But these kinds of retail chain, they are going to take the ownership of the products from the manufacturers and wholesalers. Okay, and they assume the responsibility for the inventory management and then pricing. Okay, inventory management, pricing, and sales to end customers through their network of stores. So see, the wholesalers, they might not have the retail stores to reach out to the end customers. So what they do, they take the help of these retail giants like Smart Bazaars or Reliance Retail. So what these retail chains they do, they take the responsibility, they take the ownership of those products, and then they take the responsibility for the inventory management, they take the responsibility for the pricing, they take the responsibility for the sale to the end customers through their chain of stores. So this is all about the ownership flow. Okay, next, payment flow. So everything has been already done. Now how we are going to make the payment. Okay, so payment flow. So payment flow, what happens is, what do you mean by payment flow? When the product has been reached to the desired location or the desired customer, now how we need to transfer the funds, how the transfer of fund is being applied, okay, between the channel members, okay, for the certain product or goods or services. Okay, so that is known as the payment flow. Now if we are going to understand few examples, you see there are a lot of payment gateways like Paytm. You must have used Paytms. Everybody is using Paytms these days. Okay, okay, Google Pay, Razor Pay, okay, Google Pay, okay, Phone Pay, Bharat Pay. Okay, so these are the payment gateways. Okay, um, you see BillDesk is also one of the payment gateway. So what they do, they ensure, they facilitate that there is a secure online transaction between the consumers and the merchant. Who is the merchant? Merchant is the person who is going to sell those products to the customers. So these payment gateways, they also act as an intermediaries between the customers and the consumers and the manufacturers. Okay, so what happens that they enable the cashless payment. So there is no cash involved in it. Okay, and that kinds of payment flow is being done through e-commerce platforms, apps and websites. So you can use their apps, you can use their websites to make a secure payment, secured cashless payment. Okay, and these kinds of payment gateways, they act as an intermediary between the consumers and the merchant. Okay, so this is all about the payment flow. Yes. So now, if concluding, we come to the conclusion of this slide. So why we need to understand these kinds of marketing channels? Because if we are going to ensure that there is an efficient distribution, okay, then effective communication and customer satisfaction in the Indian market, then we need to understand and we have to manage these flows, which are extremely important for the efficient distribution of and effective communication, and subsequently the customer satisfaction, particularly in the Indian market. Okay, so you see, successful companies leverage these functions to build strong relationship with partner channels and deliver value to end customers. So a lot of companies, the big national, multinational companies, they also use these kinds of channels, okay, to build a strong relationship with the channel partners and the consumers. Okay, so there is no if and buts. There's no loopholes. Okay, whether it's a transfer of goods, whether it's a transfer of payment, okay, payment flow, whatever. So there's a happy customers and there is a happy channel partners. Okay, so they understanding and managing these flows are extremely important in the marketing management for ensuring efficient distribution, for an effective communication, and also customer as well as the channel partners satisfaction, particularly if you are looking at the Indian market. Okay, so with this we have concluded today's class. Okay, thank you very much for your understanding. Even if you have any doubt, we can discuss it in the next class. If you are going to put down your doubts, jot down your doubts in the comment section, and we will be happy to clear off your doubt in the next class. Okay, thank you very much.